Okay, we are now ready to start on our first project, and we're just going to do it step by step. So this is going to be step one. If you'll notice, you got some papers from your teacher. They are included, and I have broken everything down, everything I'm telling you, and you can always go back to it because there's so much information, so many stuff, you can get confused. So we're just going to keep it simple, and we're going to take step one. Now, step one, we're first going to go in and we're going to take and we're going to wet the paper, but not all over. We're going to wet it in 3 separate areas, leaving some dry white paper on here. We want some variety of shapes and sizes, and we don't want everything in the corners. We want to kind of get it interesting. And again, keeping it simple, we're going to just use 2 colors. Now, when you use 2 colors, don't use opposite colors, such as red and green, your Christmas colors, or orange and blue, or yellow and purple, because when you combine those two, at one point they become equal and they become mud. And that is what is a big problem with many watercolors, is they turn into mud. And that's why people in the past have always said that watercolor is so hard to do. Well, it really isn't if you know the secret. If you get mud, then push either cold or warm. Like warm is red, cold is green. So you put more red in it if you want to push it more to red or to warm, and you put more green in it if you want to put it more to the cool side. Now, what that does is it takes it out of the middle. So therefore you're not in the mud. You're in the tinted or shaded areas. You're in the areas that have some very pretty colors in them. But since we don't want to make things complicated for you, we're going to stick with colors that are next to each other. Say yellow and red, all warm colors. Or we're going to go with blue and green. Those are cool colors. So take one of those 2 combinations, because everybody's isn't going to look the same. And I want you to play. You're going to drop some water on here. You're going to just apply water. Now you can do it with a sprayer, but sometimes that gets over too much area. Or you can just use your brush and add clean water in areas. Now you can use a straw if you wanted to blow the paint around. You can use a little credit card to squirt, just move it and do whatever you want to. But what you want to remember is you're just doing little areas. And you can connect the areas, but you want to have white paper showing. About 1/3 of the paper should be covered with color. If you got more than that, you've got too much. Okay, so we want to keep it interesting. Each layer has to be interesting. So here we go. First of all, we're going to take our clean water and we're going to apply it wherever we want to. And okay, that's one little area. If you can see it. And here's another little area. But now it's over here. This is kind of in the corner. So I'm just going to do this little area right here. Okay, now if I see that this is starting to get very dry, then I'll just add some more water to it. Now, I'm going to start with my lightest color, yellow. And I'm just going to drop some yellow in here. Okay? Now, if I want to, I can pick this up and move it around. But since this is kind of down and I've got my light on top of it, I'm just going to blow on it. Like that. And then maybe I will take and just do a little scraping. Now, I'm going to take this brush that has the yellow on it. I'm going to clean it out in my dirty water bucket. And then I'm going to kind of take it and tap it on my sponge. I want to pick up some more clean water. I'm going to go into the red. And I'm going to drop some red down. Now, while this is still work, see what happens? See how it looks really kind of cool? But now you don't want to do it everywhere. Okay? You might want to just put some red here and there. Now, you can go ahead and blow it. Pick it up, let it drip. Now, another thing you can do is you can go in, clean your brush out again, put it on your sponge, get it clean, get some clean water out, and just drip a drop here or there of water. Now, what this does, if the watercolor is kind of wet still, it might make it kind of backflow. In other words, have a light speck to it. And I think I'll just go in here and just do kind of like this. See how that's kind of pulling some of that? And I'm going to connect these a little bit like this. Now, I don't want to overwork it. So I think I've pretty much done for right now. Now I will go in and dry it. Okay, so that's the first step, and then you just dry it.